This is their kitchen. This is the original stove. This is all the built-on section. So that this part was built around that stove. Then the gas stove came in later. This is an upstairs cistern, which is pretty awesome.
It's a what? I'm sorry.
Did anybody hear anything?
Upstairs sister? Is that what you said?
Cistern, I said. But
No,
I
it's
heard,
the creaking noise?
no, I heard a call. Something. Okay, anyway. This is a cistern, gave them running water. Okay,
That's really cool.
yeah, you heard a really funny noise. Okay, this is the bedroom. All their furniture. This is the bakery sign. Face the canal. And anywhere on the floor you can sit. Okay, here we go. One here.
Yep.
And I'll turn on the light. Here. This is their dining room. And we may sit in a chair, but we sit on them, we pull them out, sit on them squarely. We don't scoop them, because that's what breaks them down, okay? And you can sit right around the table. Ladies like to talk to you in here. Mamie and Catherine and Sybil sometimes. She's usually hanging out in the front room though. This is all their furniture, all their dishes. This is all their stuff.
Wow.
Some of the things like the curtains we had to put in
Yeah.
new because only running water really in here was pouring down the walls. Oh, it was dreadful. I'll show you some pictures, but
Yes.
this is an awesome place. The gas lights, yep.
Yeah.
So let's go in here to the front room. And this is a pantry.
You know, silver chains.
Yeah,
You Jewish?
lots of those. Okay.
Lots of balls.
In here.
Where's the pirate? What's the pirate?
The chairs are all around here. This is where Holly is in this area here. She is under the table. She has all her toys there. And Holly is from 1836 that we can find out. And she was killed in a horse accident.
Oh.
Her uncle brought her here. And, you know, we don't think that people realize these people were traveling through all the time. People didn't know who they were. You died, you were buried in Potter's Field. Nobody took you home. And in 1836, you know, I mean, unless somebody really cared. And Holly's under there because of her uncle. She doesn't like them, they scare her. And so, she hangs out under that table. And I've got a picture of her.
Oh.
And I shall show it to you. She's there with about 6 other children.
Wow.
The other children will come out and run around. Holly does not. But this is all the Phelps furniture. These are their books right up here. We can shut that too if we want to. But this is an 1826 trifold door. It's in 3 parts on wheels. It's very rare. And there's only supposed to be 2 in the whole state.
Wow.
But Holly will hold your hand.
Oh.
Want to sit down and see if she'll hold your hand?
Right now?
Yeah, sit right here just for a minute.
Should I like put my hand down?
You do it very slowly. Just talk to her. Tell her who you are and what your name is.
Okay. Hi, Holly. My name is Megan.
And then slowly reach your hand down, way down, and just hold it there for a minute. And
So, I saw that thing about Seven Silver. Would she play the piano in here at all? Or?
she may, but I doubt it. Usually the cat jumps from one top to the bottom. Do you feel anything?
It's like kind of like, I don't know if it's just because my hand's down, but like a tingly.
Okay, and then Holly, can you draw circles in Megan's palm?
Oh, sorry.
She's come up to visit you. Or pull on her pinky.
No.
Okay, well, we'll come back later.
I'm nice, I promise.
She loves children. Okay, so we'll come back later and
Yeah.
try to do that, but, yeah, Holly's there. This place is full of all kinds of people. Because again, the top up here was a boarding house. You know, we don't have any records of who was who and who came. And we know about Jack because we talked to him a couple of
Is he in
times.
this room or?
He's upstairs. We got one more floor.
Is that the one that she's afraid of?
No.
Who's the one
no.
she's
Her
afraid of?
uncles are usually in the dining room.
Okay.
And they stay pretty out of the way,
Okay.
really out of the way, so that's good.
I feel like very like protective right now. I'd be like don't come in
there.
here.
Yeah,
Stay away
good.
from her.
Yeah, they just don't confront them
Yeah.
at all, and but they just stay in there and don't mess with us unless somebody messes with them,
Yeah.
and it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
Well,
Or what was
we have a video of Steve. Steve's my husband, and he's the one that's the empathic. And he found out all about Holly. And the fellas were right in the hall here with their K2s. And Steve was over in that chair talking to Holly. And there were people videotaping. Well, they were videotaping the fellas, and the K2s would spike to red. And there were people in the dining room. I mean, spirit people. And every time Steve would ask a question, the rods would say yes, and the K2 would go off.
Hmm.
And he was pretty amazing, but he did it, I think, just too long. It was about 45 minutes. And all of a sudden, he dropped the rods. He could hardly stand up. They had to help him to a chair. And he was about right here, and he said something went right through him. Felt like cement.
Mm.
He didn't care for that at all. And that was the first time that we were introduced to Holly. Found out about the uncles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of this stuff isn't written anywhere. You just gotta kind of, you know, listen to what they tell you. And when and a week before that had happened to Steve, someone had come in and we did a tour, and they just felt a need to take a picture under that table.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent me the picture on my email and said, there's a little girl in this picture. And I said, sure, I didn't see it at all. And so I didn't say anything. I had this picture of this little girl, and Steve was going through all this about a week earlier. And when he told me it, I said, somebody sent me a picture. And so, you know, we started to piece it together. And it was kind of interesting. So that is the Holly story. And she should touch you. Been a little quiet lately. And the boys will come out and they'll play. They come out, they touch your hands, they'll sit on your lap. They're not afraid, but they stay there with Holly. So, shall we go on?
Sure.
All right.